Hi, so I'm going to talk you through how you can access Teams from home so that students can access the work that's been set on there. We use Teams because it includes all sorts of different software that allows students to upload work, and that work can be fed back on by the teachers as well. It's a slightly more streamlined getting page. And if you click on the quick links button that's at the top of the home page, you get this menu that drops down at the top here, and you can see there's all sorts of different bits and pieces that you can access here. The parents' evening system, show my homework, and students can access their email. Now, once they've logged into their email, they're going to get their emails open. And once they're in there, there's a whole range of different programs that they can access through Outlook 365. So we've got our email page here. At the top in this is this little grid of 9 squares. If you click on that, it will open all the software that you can use. So you can use this from home. You don't have to buy the Office suite from Windows. All students have got access to these at home. So you can see we've got OneDrive, we've got Word, we've got Excel, we've got PowerPoint, OneNote, a whole range of different things. The one we want at the moment is Teams. So students are going to click on there, and that will open up Teams within the browser. Now, once you're in there, most people will find it's a lot easier to use Teams as a desktop app. So you have the option when you're in there to open it as the desktop app. You can download the desktop app. Once you're into Teams, so here we go. I've downloaded mine. Mine is as the desktop app here. So it opens on whatever the last team is that you were in. You can see that you've got a whole range of different facilities down the side here. The best place to go to start with is click on All Teams. So what that will do is it will open up all the teams that the student is a member of. So these will be all of their class teams. So you can see here, these are all my classes, my tutor group, and there's a couple of ones that are just for staff as well. I will show you the test group one here, just because then you can see what the work looks like and how it's laid out. So I'm going to go into my test group. When we're into Teams, every Teams page will be the same, so they'll have the same setup. You've got posts, and you can see here that myself and some members of the science team have been posting things. This is where we kind of have had a play about with Teams, so we try and get used to some of the bits earlier on in the term of, the bits of Teams we needed to use and things like that to see how they work properly. So you've got posts, so students can post on here as well. So if you want to get someone's attention, they just do an @ and they type in the name of the person that they want to get hold of. So they could go into their, say for example, their English team, and they could @ Miss Chambers, and it would put her name in so she's notified of any messages. Now on here will be things like notifications of things like this, like assignments that teachers have set. But assignments, so instead of students having to like scroll through all of this, up here you've got a tab for assignments. If you click on the tab there, any work that's been set on Teams will be found in that button there. Now, students will look ever so slightly different just in terms of the wording here, but you can see that there are 3 assignments that have been assigned in this particular group. At the top of a student's one, they will have overdue assignments as well. They can click on that. So if there's any work that they didn't get around to doing, they can look back and have a look at it. And when you go into the assignment, if I go into this one here as an example, I'll show you student view. So this is what students would see, a very brief description of what they have to do. I put some little notes in here to remind them of some things they needed to do, and a link directly to where the work is and where I'm expecting the work to be uploaded to. Now, the easiest thing for students to do is to do the work in the class notebook. And you can see that there's a tab up here for class notebook. So if I were to click on this, that is going to open up the notebook that's actually in OneNote, but Teams embeds it within the Teams window. So you'll be able to see it. Now, the only downside of the notebook being in Teams is that sometimes you lose some of the functions. So you have the option up here to open in the browser, or if you click the arrow, open in the app. Again, I would always open in the app. But if you're using it in Teams, you want to be clicking on this little arrow. That opens the navigation page, and you can see here are some of our science teachers we've been having a little bit of a play around with our notebook here. If you click on the content library, that's where the teachers put all the different work for students to be doing, and students can then copy those pages over to their own notebooks if they want to. But if the work is set as an assignment, so if we go back into assignments, and then we open up one of these, here we go. So you've already got a link here to the work. So what that will do is that will automatically copy and paste that to the student's notebook. Now, if you open the notebook in OneNote, it looks like this. So what we've got here, you've got, again, the contents library. You've then got the teacher can see all of the students' work. Students will just see their own sections, and the pages look like this. Now, sometimes students have a little bit of trouble typing onto these pages. We've tried to eliminate some of those problems, but if they do have any problems typing onto the pages, they just need to click to the right of the writing, and what that will do is that will automatically create a text box. So if I just show you here, so I've typed in hello, I can move that text box wherever I want to put it. And what OneNote does is it saves everything automatically. So there's no need to worry about sending it to your teacher. The only thing that you do need to make sure that you've done, or that students have done, is when you are in your assignment here, when you're in your assignment, students have the option to click hand in. Once they've clicked hand in or submit, then that it notifies the teacher that they've done it. Okay. So a couple of other little things here that you might want to have a look at. Files within there, it saves any documents that teachers might have uploaded, sort of class materials and messages and things like that. We've also got a videos tab up here. Some of the teams might not have this. It depends if the teacher's installed it. And that's where we will find the videos that we've uploaded specifically to that particular area. And so students can quite easily go back and access that information there. Okay, so I hope that helps. I hope that helps explain how to get into Teams and how to use things. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask us, and we will do our best to kind of answer any queries that you have. Thank you very much.